as well. I'm told there are more international delegates here this year because, as you say, the party is now in government. What you won't see, though, is any champagne. Apparently there's a champagne ban in place, and that's because of the fact that there are some very tough decisions to be made in terms of public spending cuts. Well, the man who's going to be wielding the axe is the MP for Tatton and the Chancellor of the Exchequer, George Osborne. Welcome to the programme.
Good to be on it.
I haven't seen you, of course, since you actually got into government, so congratulations on that. Are you enjoying yourself as Chancellor?
I'm not sure enjoying is the first one. I mean, I find it very challenging in the best possible sense. Really big issues about sorting out the British economy, about reforming our welfare system, about encouraging business to grow in the northwest and elsewhere. So lots of challenges, and in the end, if you come into national politics, you're there to sort out those sorts of challenges, and I'm at the heart of that.
Well, one of the major challenges, of course, is the fact that you have to conduct the comprehensive spending review and decide where the cuts are going to take place. Now, what do you think the impact of that is likely to be on our region in the northwest?
Well, I hope it provides the foundation for a more prosperous northwest. I mean, we've got to end these days, the decade we've been through, where frankly too much of the growth in our country was concentrated in the southeast of England, in one part of it and in one sector, financial services, and I want to see the northwest growing and succeeding. I want to see public services in the northwest improving, but we're not going to do that unless we sort out this country's debts, and that's what I'm doing.
Do you feel that in the northwest there are too many people employed in the public sector and too many people on benefits?
Well, what I want to see in the northwest is people on benefits, those who can work, getting into work. I want to make sure that the economy in the northwest grows, so the businesses of the northwest expand and they can take people on. I want to make sure that some of the key infrastructure projects in the northwest get the go-ahead, and I'm looking at that at the moment. So we've got some big decisions, but what I want above all is the northwest sharing more in the prosperity of the United Kingdom.
But are there too many people employed in the public sector in the region?
Well, look, we've got to make some very difficult decisions across the country about the budget deficit, but what we want to do is have more jobs in our economy, and that is what this is all about. If we don't deal with our debts, there'll be less jobs, there'll be less public spending in the end because our debts will catch up with us, and everyone knows when you've got a credit card bill, the sooner you're able to pay it off, the better.
But some people have this suspicion that there are cuts being made not necessarily because of the fact that you have to reduce the deficit, but because actually you ideologically, politically, morally believe that the public sector shouldn't be too large.
Well, look, we're doing this out of economic necessity. We have to do this. Everyone knows this country is in debt, and they can see around Europe, when they watch their evening news, that other countries face some very difficult problems. So the idea that this is unique to Britain is wrong. What is unique to Britain is that the Labour government left us with the highest debts. So we've got to take some difficult decisions. They will be tough, but they will also be fair, and we will be protecting people who are the most vulnerable, and indeed hoping to improve their life chances through, for example, the fundamental reform of welfare we've unveiled today, so that it always pays to go into work.
And is that going to be a really substantial change?
Yeah, that is a massive change, the biggest change to the welfare state really since its inception. And I've been working with Ian Duncan-Smith, the Welfare Secretary. We've achieved what no one before us has achieved, agreement between the Chancellor and the Welfare Secretary on a plan, and what it means, very simply, is that work always pays. To anyone watching this programme on benefits, if they go into work, they will be better off. And to the taxpayers watching this programme, that means we'll, in the end, be able to reduce the enormous costs of a welfare system that supports too many people on out-of-work benefits.
And is it also true that people won't be getting child benefits for children once they go over 16?
Well, look, there's a lot of speculation about all sorts of decisions in the spending review, and I'm not going to go through them today.
What about, can you give us an example of a cut that you've made or going to make, but actually you regret having made it? It's not one that you'd like to make.
Well, I don't. Look, what I'm looking at the moment is the kinds of difficult choices we've got over, for example, transport schemes and other infrastructure schemes. We've protected the capital budget. In other words,
what are the big schemes for the northwest that you mentioned?
Well, let me tell you one I'm really keen to see go ahead.
Yeah.
You know, I can't make the announcement today, but the Mersey Gateway is an incredibly important project, and that is something I'm really number crunching now to make sure that we're in a position to say something positive. I can't do that today. But that's a good example. I want to invest in the big infrastructure projects, the big investments that are going to help our economy grow, in the regions, not just in the southeast of England. Already, for example, there's a scheme that if you set up a new business in the northwest, we will waive the tax on the first 10 people you employ. Well, that's something we've created. That's going to help the region as well.
George Osborne, we appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Back to you in the studio, Annabelle, for now.
Arif, thank you very much.